Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Noelle and I review and unbox subscription boxes here on my channel, and today I have what you could maybe call part 2 of my Canyon Hollow Decor unboxings, because just a couple of days ago I opened up the March mini box. Now the mini boxes have 3 or 4 items inside and it was a really fun, really wonderful, useful pieces. But today I have the spring box. Now the spring box has a higher price point, but you get more stuff inside because it only comes 4 times a year. So this box is $149 per quarter plus $16.99 in shipping, which I think is a really good deal when you consider how big some of these home decor boxes are and the weight of them. And it's always going to include 5 to 6 items. So you kind of decide what you think is going to work best for your home and your style. I haven't been able to decide. Honestly, I kind of thought the mini box would just be too much stuff, but I really have been enjoying those boxes so far that she's been kind enough to send to me for review. So I'm going to do my best to hold up this giant box for you, and then I'm going to put it down beside me again. So it's always got that nice little note from her on top, the Canyon Hollow Decor branded tape, and it just says, "Enjoy the Spring Founders Box." Now you can get in on this box and get a free gift with your first one if you use the code Noel. I'll leave all that information for you in the description box below. But yes, if you haven't gone back and watched that unboxing, like I said, it was just a couple of days ago, please go back and watch. And like I said, it'll probably help you figure out which box might be the best option for you. And now I know that there are a couple of other wonderful channels who have already unboxed both of these. So like I said before, thank you so much for watching my videos. Even if you've already seen the contents of the box, you know, sometimes we have different ideas about different items, especially in home decor boxes, in terms of, you know, our style and how we'll use different pieces. So I always enjoy watching a variety of unboxers myself when I'm watching YouTube videos. And some of you are a little bit newer to the channel, so you don't know how I started this one. There is a playlist with sort of like, you know, my YouTube story or my YouTube journey where I have done some Q&As and everything. And honestly, it was just that I was watching a bunch of unboxings myself and was like, you know, I want to give this a shot and try out some boxes. So again, I don't know how many times I can lift this up, you guys. It has this pretty pink wax seal on there, which I'm going to have to destroy. And then I'm hoping that it's got her nice, helpful card in here somewhere. It does. Oh, I still love this big chunky shred that she's got going. So she does give us a nice little card that tells us all about the items inside. It looks like we've got 4 items for this spring box, but you know, sometimes items might have multiple pieces to them, if that makes sense. So I'm going to prop that up in front of me. And should I hold it up one more time? I'll get my arm workout for you today. Woo! There we go. There you can kind of see. All right, now it's going to have to sit down there because I'm going to have to start digging in and making the mess that I love to make. So we've got some greenery. That's always nice. We've got some wrapped packages. I always love when boxes do that. There are quite a few that actually take the time to do those wrapped packages for us so that it feels like a nice experience. Oh, it's like packages tied up with string. How fun. So I'm going to pull them out so that I can get rid of the shred that's attaching itself to my sleeves here. Oh goodness. It's very magnetic. It has a magnetic personality, if you will. But oh my goodness, this box is so big and unwieldy. Oh gosh, we have a little problem here, you guys. Uh-oh. Let me see if I can get this box in my lap. We'll get the big box out of the way. Let me just make sure there's nothing else inside of it. There totally is. Oh, goodness. There's way more than 4 items in here, so I guess maybe just 4 of them are listed on the card, like I said. All right, I think I've got everything under control. We have a few items with pink ribbons. So we have 4 wrapped items. Like I said, we have a lot of shred and we have quite a few dried florals. So what should we start with, my friends? I think we'll start with this big box right on top that's kind of, you know, needs some space to be made. So let's see what we've got in here. I'm very excited for spring. Now, once upon a time, especially, I still do mostly lifestyle boxes here on the channel, and I do love how some home decor boxes are adding some lifestyle elements. I used to feel like spring was just not like my season because we don't really get hardcore seasons here in San Diego. I definitely didn't grow up with that as well. So I was always kind of like, oh, all the pastels and the pinks and the, you know, nods to gardening. And I don't live somewhere where I have a garden that I can get out there with. And we'd always get like spades and gardening gloves. And I was like, the spring boxes are tough for me sometimes, but I gotta tell you, the spring decor that we've been getting the last couple of years has just been so fresh and lovely and the kind of thing that you're really ready for about this time of year. So I'm happy about it. All right. This is beautiful. I love a nice white vase. So this is modern and functional. It's come from Sullivan's Home Decor. Oh, lovely texture. You guys know I love a vase. So look at this striation texture, that band that goes around, and then all the rest of it has a nice texture to it as well. Beautiful shape and form on this. Modern and functional, your new ceramic pitcher boasts an elegant design, distressed stone-like finish, and a neutral tone that will blend seamlessly into any style and decor scheme. Fill this pitcher with your favorite botanicals and keep it on display year-round. This piece is intended for decorative use only, so you can't actually use it as a pitcher. I'm actually using a pitcher in the background right now, but you can actually use that one as a pitcher. But I love the texture of it and then the nice simple color. It's a really thin handle. That is really, really, really pretty. So I feel like this means we should open some of these florals that have all kinds of shred on them. Look at how it's wrapped up. And it looks like we got two different ones. Oh, I think I just gave myself a sliver. So one is with these like foxtails, and it's not quite lavender. It is a purple. It could be, oh, I think it's a form of lavender. I'm used to the ones with like the kind of thicker buds, but that is beautiful. So we have the lavender, oh, and bunny tail. I think they're calling them, oh, this is so cute. Floral bundle. It says, bring a touch of timeless elegance to your home. This is from Seattle Seed Company. It says French lavender on it. Oh, that's wrapped up so nicely. I don't want to open it, but I'm going to. It says, bring a touch of timeless elegance to your home this spring with your new lavender and bunny tail preserved floral bundle. Let's see if I can open this nicely. Maybe I can. I try to open things nicely and then sometimes it doesn't happen. It says, this charming arrangement features delicate lavender sprigs paired with soft, fluffy bunny tails, creating a perfect blend of rustic charm and natural beauty. This preserved floral bundle requires no maintenance and retains its beauty for years to come. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is so, so stunning. And then we've got some more lavender here with, I guess, those bunny tails. So you can put those two together. And then, of course, that is going to look amazing if you want to put it into your vase and then fluff it out a little bit with the bunny tails. Even better. Love that. So, you know, I love my fresh flowers, but I also love when I don't have to go to the store to have that touch of spring. I might put a little frog inside of that just to give it a little bit more height so that it can be really fluffy when I unbundle it a little bit more. But that is fun. Oh my gosh, I have all the little lavender buds all over my lap right now, but you know, sometimes I just kind of shake those out over my balcony or over a trash can, so then once you loosen up the ones that have kind of fallen off, that it won't give you that problem afterwards. All right, and then let's go ahead and talk about our lavender wreaths, which I like how small these are. This is like way more functional for someone like me. It says, with a soft green tone as beautiful as the popular bloom, the lavender leaf is something to celebrate. This set of wreaths adds a touch of pretty anywhere you hang it. The dimensions are 10 by 1.5 by 10, so there's this bigger one. And then we also have an 8 by 1.5 by 8. So I don't feel like that's 8 inches, but I guess it is. If this is 10, this is 8. So you could do all kinds of things. You could do a little tablescape with these. Of course, you could put these on doors within your home, like for a smaller space. If you have just little accent walls, you could do that. You could do all kinds of things, like a bunch of pillar candles inside of one of them. And you can always add to it as well. They look really realistic, honestly. Those are really nice. So she put a simple ribbon on them, or maybe they came with the ribbon, but you could always add some decorative stuff to them if you wanted to, maybe even some lavender ribbon to go along with. And then again, how lovely is this gonna look? A nice little vignette. You could have this, you know, on the wall behind your picture with your lavender sprigs. I think that's really nice. She does a really good job with the faux florals. They look very, very realistic. So we have 3 more wrapped gifts to go. So let's go ahead and open up this one that has the pink. So this is interesting because we've already gone through 3 of the 4 things that were actually listed on the little card, and I still have all these packages to go. So, okay, now this one is a 2-piece one. I'm like, what do we have? Do we have like really big salt and pepper shakers? I'm kidding. I don't think so. But things start to get lost in my lap here, especially with all these florals, all this shred. I usually try to do my home decor unboxings towards the end of my filming day because there's so much chaos all around me. What is this? Oh, candles! Oh my gosh, how perfect. So I'm guessing we have a matching set of 2. This is really nice, and I have a feeling, since this was not listed on the card, I bet you this is something to go along with one of the other items. And the other items, I think, the 2, they are sort of similar in shape, not in size, but in shape. So maybe we have another pairing. And what do you think would go along with 2 nice pillar candles that were bundled together, same size for us? I know, I think you probably have a good idea as well. So we've got this one with the green, the sage, and the twine. And then we've got this one, which I'll try to hold up for you. It's pretty tall. This one has some shred and the pink ribbon again, but how pretty is that? I love that color combo of the sage and the peach, or pink. I guess it's pink. It's rose, but see how these are kind of the same size, same shape, but not the same size? So let's go ahead and open up the big one first. Why not? I used to be one of those kids that would, like, you know, establish which gift I thought on Christmas morning was like the hero item, and then I would wait to open that one last. You know, save the best for last. But sometimes, you know, good things come in small packages. So as an adult, I have learned that diamonds are very small. Let me know in the comments below, you guys, by the way, if you got any exciting Valentine's Day gifts. My husband and I don't really do gifts for birthdays or Christmas or even Valentine's Day, aside from the fact that he makes me grilled cheese on Valentine's Day. But we do gift the gift of travel. So and it's usually me booking the trips and him assenting and saying, okay, we can go. So currently, when you are watching this video, let's see when it's supposed to post, we are probably on our way very soon on an adventure that was sort of in celebration of our anniversary and Valentine's Day, and just a little wintry getaway. Although it's not that wintry, it's not like a snow vacation, which I haven't gone on one of those in quite some time. But it's not really like a beach vacation either. It's just kind of cold weather. So I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that very properly. Here's what I'm unwrapping. I didn't think about that, and I realized I'm just going to, like, you know, 40s and 50s, which I know is still a lot warmer than it is for most of you, depending on where you're living in the country. But for me, I'm like, why would I do that to myself? Because the weather here in San Diego, which is very gloomy today, is supposed to cheer up and be nice and sunny, still in the 60s while we are gone. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? There's a lot of unwrapping still happening here. All right, so this is one of the perils of unwrapping things. I know most of you are like, oh, I like watching you unwrap things, but I don't like, you know, watching you struggle to find information about things. So for those of you who don't like watching me unwrapping, you are in the minority, but I still appreciate you watching. All right, there is a lot of bubble wrap, which some of you asked also what I do with all of the extra packing materials. I definitely save a lot, not only for storage, but also sometimes I share some goodies with you in mystery giveaway boxes. Sometimes they're a little bit big to send. Oh, I'm having so much trouble. So the first one is this. You can see there's this kind of platform. I'm just going to set it right there. Can you still see me? And then this is very carefully wrapped, and I'm thinking it might be glass. So yes, I do try to save packaging like this in case I need to wrap things up, because as many of you know, I have a pretty small home, so a lot of these bigger decor pieces are not things that can, like, just live out in the open all the time, and sometimes I have to, you know, hide things for a later date. Now this is unfortunately cracked, so you can see, can you guys see that crack? Even though it was wrapped really carefully, I don't think anyone has unwrapped it, but yeah, that's definitely a crack. I was like, oh, maybe that's the seam, but there's definitely some glass dust. So that is a shame. I am sure that if this was your lantern, that she would be great about replacing that, but it fits right inside. And then of course you can put your candle right inside. And this is a lovely piece. This would look so great out in your foyer or on your porch or on your patio. Really, really pretty. So this was the taller one. We're gonna attempt to open up this smaller one, and I'll just let her know. You know that you don't really notice that big crack. It is along the whole length of it, but I feel like glass can be a little bit unstable when it gets hot from like a flame being nearby. So I don't know how easy that would be to replace, since it does come as a set. It's a very specific size for that basically tube of glass, so I'll just have to let her know. But since I am sent this box for review, I don't feel like she needs to send me a replacement by any means, and I would rather that be available to any of you should anything happen in shipping. But yes, everything was packed really, really well in here, you guys, so definitely not her fault about that crackage. But hopefully that is not the case with this smaller one. And honestly, this smaller one is one that I could definitely have out a little bit more in my home. It's a little bit more manageable for like a tabletop or something. But they do look awfully cute together, like the big sister and the little sister. So let me see if I can get into this one. Oh man, that's such a bummer because it was so well packed. I'm kind of surprised, honestly. I'm sorry about that clanging. I have to try to get this one. I feel like is wrapped up even better. But now you know all the items. I'm just gonna keep on working on unwrapping this. This one feels good. I have been pretty gentle. Oh my gosh, I just got my finger caught in there in this ring. You could probably even hang these, honestly. These rings feel pretty sturdy. You'd have to have like a nice S-hook hanging from your ceiling or wherever you wanted it to be, but that could look pretty amazing, honestly, if you had that in your foyer. But I'm always a little bit, then you'd want like LED candles instead of the real candles. That would make me nervous to have fire just dangling from the ceiling, even though back in old-timey days, that's exactly what people did, right? Chandeliers were like a bunch of candles all on a big glass thing hanging over people's heads. Kind of crazy. All right, we're trying to open this as carefully as we can. Yeah, I don't know how that cracked. I'm guessing it just sort of like got banged into the metal side bit a little bit. But yes, there are definitely some little bits of glass, kind of little shards, little dust. I could probably clean it off. Let's see how this one fared. This one is all right. So that is perfect. This is, like I said, a little bit more my size, like apartment person sized. Although it is tricky to get the candle in there and then put the glass over it. So this is what it would look like. It does get a little bit heavy if you were thinking about actually hanging it. So again, you might want to go for a faux candle if that's the case. But these are awesome. If you are going to go ahead and sit them next to one another, I might get a slightly bigger candle, but I love that she included the candles in the box. Like that's something that's kind of going above and beyond in my mind for a home decor box. Again, especially for a home decor box that is under $200. These days, you know, they are lovely, love a luxe box, but a lot of them are over 200 and it's not something that a lot of us can afford. Sometimes we have to pick and choose, but this one for a quarterly box being basically $150 plus shipping, you know, it's still under 200 even when you do add that shipping cost. I think this is pretty amazing because we got a lot. So we got these two very cool brass lanterns. Let me read the description. Brighten up your home for spring with your 2 new brass lanterns. They're perfect for any decor style and bring a warm, inviting light to your space, whether on a mantle or as a centerpiece. Oh, I love that idea. And you could put the wreaths around them. That would be awesome. These brass lanterns add a touch of classic charm to your decor. So you could kind of nestle this one inside. It would take a little bit of doing, but then you could definitely do that with this bigger one. And look how pretty that looks when you just add a little bit of a wreath to these. Gives it a little bit of greenery. So we got the 2 wreaths, 2 different sizes. We got the 2 bouquets, which you can mix and match together. Let me see. Here they are. I just didn't want to have this one flying all around as well. We got 2 bouquets, 2 wreaths, 2 candles, 2 lanterns, and a stunning, stunning vase. So the vase is probably my favorite. I do love the look of the lanterns because they are both modern and rustic at the same time. There is a little bit of a bend in this one. Like you can see how this one kind of like bows out to the side a little bit. So it would need a little bit of reshaping, but I think that's pretty easy to do. But super clean lines, but still with that nice brass handle, good look, and also very functional. Like if you wanted to hang them and use your LED lights, you could. I'm a little bummed about the crack. I'll let her know, and hopefully when you get yours, they're in pristine condition, and mine was the sacrifice along the way. But let me know what you thought about this box in the comments below. I have really been loving Canyon Hollow Decor, both boxes, the quarterly and the monthly, but let me know which one you're leaning towards, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and to see you very, very soon in my next unboxing.